morning and welcome to Friday morning.
It's sunny.
It is. It's beautiful.
I'm a happy man.
Yeah, and there was some big event last night.
What happened?
Kind of a game or
somewhere, and there was
it football?
Was it baseball? Hockey.
It must have been hockey.
Must have been hockey.
It was huge.
It's Canadian.
Yes, the Raptors won. 114 to 110, the Raptors. My son was in
114 to 110.
Yeah, imagine how exciting. First team outside of the U.S. to win.
To ever win the National Basketball Association championship.
Michael was at a patio last night.
In Toronto?
And he said the whole city just went, woof.
Did Alex go down to, I'm guessing Alex went down to Roberta Bondar because they had another Jurassic Park here in the Zoo.
Yeah.
And I heard that Alex got so excited he almost vomited.
It was so cute.
Imagine getting so excited.
Yeah.
But, okay, so 114 to 110, that's pretty tense.
Yeah, can you imagine? And you know what? It obviously, it's a fast game. Obviously, I don't know much about sports, but
oh, look at the crowd.
Like it's a matter of like a ball flying through the air.
Yeah.
You know, it's so, like, it can change the score that quickly.
It could change as quickly as a fingertip can touch a basketball.
Right on. Look at these people.
Is that Toronto?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That reminds me of, what was the other time that was like that? Was it the World Series or something like that? My sister Michaela was down there for that. Was it? Or no, I forget. Anyway, she was there one time when she said it was so scary because at one point her feet weren't on the ground. She was being lifted up by the people around her. Yeah, and then you can get squished.
Well, and you know what? I was looking at the footage that we're going to use in our newscast coming up as well.
Oh.
And I thought, you know what? If you have issues with crowds or being claustrophobic,
don't go down there.
Oh my word! You are like this.
Yeah. Now I realize that Sarah McLachlan has an iconic sound that you really relate her with with Canada. She's a multiple Juno, I think she's multiple Grammy winner and Juno winner.
I always think she has a pretty voice.
I just don't think the pretty voice was necessarily the best choice to sing the national anthem.
I have to agree.
Now, I myself have failed miserably at singing the national anthem, so I feel that
you're an expert.
I feel that I can say this. I feel that I can say Sarah was not the best choice.
Yeah, she. You
had Drake right there. Couldn't Drake do it?
Well, and you feel like it's an anthem. You gotta pop it and you gotta sing it and you gotta kill it.
She even cracked on her low note. I mean, I don't know. The little flippy dippy thing didn't work for me, and I don't. Yeah. Iconic Canadian singers, you could have gone with
Celine Dion.
You could have gone with Anne Murray,
Michael Bublé,
Anne Murray, Justin Bieber.
Anne Murray, does she still sing?
I don't know.
She's probably our age.
She's older than us, Luann.
Is she? Thank God, because she doesn't look good. I don't know. I haven't seen her.
But okay, whatever. I'm not gonna.
No, you know what? Good effort. And congratulations.
Didn't matter because we won anyway.
Exactly.
I don't think she should be. Speaking of singers, one of my favorites, Taylor Swift. Oh. Okay, so she has her new album, Lover, is coming out. So she's already released that one song with all the pastel colors.
The pastel-y kind of.
With that guy, whatever his name is. And I kind of like that song.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I did enjoy that song. Actually. There's another song that she's released. It's called You Need to Calm Down. I've listened to it. It sounds like a lot of other songs. And she does that thing that I frickin' hate.
What do you frickin' hate?
Her and Katy Perry do the same thing. Keith and I call Katy Perry because Katy Perry writes songs and puts the accents on the wrong syllables to make it fit her lyric. That's just stupid. If you can't find a word that fits the lyric that you've written, don't make a word not like unconditionally. Unconditionally is where additionally. The accent goes on not unconditional. I hate when she does that.
Really?
And now Taylor Smith, the first line of the song, you are somebody that I don't know. You are somebody that I don't know. You are somebody in a poem. If a kid in a poem went, you are somebody that I don't know, you would say, child, that's not how you write a poem. That's bad, start again.
So does that happen in Broadway?
What do you mean?
Like the wrong emphasis to make it fit?
It's a terrible thing to do.
But does it happen?
I don't.
elsewhere?
I suppose, but I wouldn't appreciate it. I would say
No.
that's a terrible thing to do.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of a classic like Oklahoma, for instance.
Oh,
They don't go, Oklahoma.
When you say Oklahoma, where's the emphasis? Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Oh, Oklahoma, where the it's still
So that's different,
It's
though.
sustaining a note. That's not putting the emphasis anywhere.
Ah,
It would be like it's like in a poem. You don't go somebody.
yes.
You go somebody.
Yeah.
If it doesn't fit, find a new word. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's cheating, and I think that it's a terrible thing that these songwriters do, and classic songs don't do that. So there. But here's
So
the
go
other
out
thing.
and buy Taylor Swift's new album.
At least the message behind it is good. It addresses negativity. It addresses hate speech. It addresses. She says. Okay, one of the lyrics. I guess this is all supportive of like people who are LGBTQ and women and all this kind of stuff. Because remember she said, "I need to explain to my fans what my new album's about." 'cause
Oh,
it's
yes,
really
you
deep
loved
and-
it when she said that.
It's really deep and meaningful, and so I need to tell my fans what the message is. Because my fans are teenagers and they don't understand things.
She didn't add that part. You did.
I did. But anyway, one of the lyrics is, "Shade never made anybody less gay." In other words, by dissing somebody or throwing shade at somebody because
Yeah.
they're gay, it's not going to make them less gay. So you might as well just not even throw shade because it's not going to change the person. Shade never made
So that's
anybody
kind of,
less gay.
That's kind of passive aggressive, no?
She's basically telling people who are throwing shade at people who are gay, you might as well stop it because they're still going to be gay.
Yeah, and if you and if you don't like gays, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, thanks for trying there, Taylor.
He's
I
thrilled.
appreciate the effort.
Hey, what are we going to do at the White House? Sarah's leaving.
Sarah Sanders?
My goodness. I think I saw her smile. I did. I swear to goodness.
When
she was looking up at Donald.
Did she smile when he kissed her on the forehead?
She was just like this.
Yes,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will my cult. I will, even after I leave office, I will still be a member of your cult.
Do you have the Kool-Aid, sir?
Yes. And now he says, and I think Sarah Sanders, what state is she from?
Arkansas.
And so he says, now you go home to Arkansas and run for governor.
And he said, because, the Donald has to make it all about him.
Yeah.
He said, we won that state, so I like Arkansas.
He did say that.
He did. It's all about him and how awesome he is.
It's ending. I swear it's ending. It's ending. He's
feel
gone
like
too
it's-
far.
I feel like it's been ending though
With
for
that
so
George,
long.
come on, with that George Stephanopoulos interview when he actually said that, he just put his foot in it so badly.
Yeah,
I
as
can't-
usual though, right? Hey, this Sunday is Father's Day.
It is so, and guess
happy
what I've
Father's
got?
Day.
In honor of Father's Day, on Twitter right now, what's trending is bad dad jokes. Dad jokes are trending on Twitter for
knows a
Father's
bad
Day.
joke.
Here we go. Here's when. Are you ready? This is from Audrey, our camera person.
Awesome. I love this. And her dad said this to
Her dad. This is her dad. Audrey's dad's bad dad joke. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work.
Can't tell if the baby's laughing
Okay,
or crying.
here's one from Kevin, who's our controller, master controller. Okay, where it says here, yes. How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it. We'll do more dad jokes over the course
Oh,
of the
will we?
show.
Awesome.
I got
That's
some
great.
more, yeah.
More dad jokes coming up on Mornings with
I
Luann
wasn't
and
done.
Tim.
Oh wait, I wasn't done. I'll save
What?
that one.
Which?
Well, we only have another minute left. There's another thing that's trending. Because I have more Taylor Swift, but I'll bring that on the next banter.
Okay.
Because there's something that goes along with the new album. That's
Like a present?
Oh, well, you're going to find out in the next banter. Oh, the suspense will kill you.
Wow.
Other things that are trending on Twitter.
Twending.
Dad's 10 Commandments for Father's Day. And the number one Dad 10 commandment is, thou shalt not tell your mother.
We all heard that one. Don't tell your mother.
Hey, coming up on the show today, it is actually National World Blood Donor Day. So I did an interview with Canadian Blood Services, and that's coming up. And we have pets today,
Yes,
too, and
we
lots more
do.
on the show. And Luann has the news. All that on this beautiful Friday morning, getting ready for Father's Day. We'll see you right after this.
Have a great business idea but don't know where to start? Need help taking your business to the next level? C2C Business Services can be your guide in navigating the path of entrepreneurship, with services ranging from grant funding support, access to service experts, market information, and helping your business adopt new technologies to create and foster a culture of innovation for ongoing success. Call C2C Business Services and let them be your first step in taking your entrepreneurial dreams from concept to commerce. C2C Business Services is a division of the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center.
It is World Blood Donor Day, which falls at the end of National Blood Donor Week. Joining me via Skype from Sudbury is Jenny Fortin. Hi, Jenny. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. You're a regional... tell me your title.
So I'm Territory Manager in Northeastern Ontario for Canadian Blood Services.
Canadian Blood Services. So basically, you're the folks who set up all the blood donor clinics? Is that basically what you do?
Yeah, so we manage blood donations and blood products for across Canada. So we're essentially Canada's lifeline. We make sure that we have donors to donate blood and that, there's recipients who need blood all the time. So we just make sure that everybody gets what they need and that the blood is available for everybody who needs it.
That's a lot of organization. How large is your region that you manage?
So I manage everywhere from Sudbury to North Bay, the Temiskaming Shores, Timmins, and Sault Ste. Marie.
Holy smokes, you're a busy girl.
Very busy.
I'm sorry, I should say you're a busy lady. I want to be politically correct, Jenny. How long have you been involved with Blood Services Canada?
Yeah, so I've been with the company or with the organization for 3 years. First in a donor services role, and now I'm in a donor relations role. So a little different, but I was always a lifelong donor. My mom kind of brought us when we were growing up to see her donate blood all the time. So yeah. I've always been fascinated, and it was always something that I wanted to get involved with growing up.
There's a story from my family. When my mother gave birth to one of my sisters, she hemorrhaged quite severely, and she almost lost her life. She had so many transfusions, Jenny, that actually most of the iron in her blood was gone, and she had to stay in the hospital for a number of months. But back in those days, if there wasn't enough blood supply, you actually had to go out and find donors to match the blood type of the person who needed the blood. My father had to run around Sault Ste. Marie looking for the same people with my mother's blood type to donate. So this is the kind of issues you can run into when if a shortage of blood occurs. It can be very traumatizing, right?
Oh, absolutely. People don't know how much blood is actually used. So just to give you an idea, so for a car accident victim, it can actually take up to 50 units of blood. So that's 50 donors to help one individual person. For leukemia patients, for the duration of their treatment, they often need about 8 units of blood per week for the duration of their treatment. So lots of blood. there's no replacement for blood. So we always need our donors to come in. We need new donors all the time. 100,000 new donors are needed across Canada every year to sustain Canada's lifeline.
Okay, right now I'm stunned. That was amazing. Those are amazing statistics, and I had no idea. So, how are we right now as a country as far as donors go? Do we do pretty well at keeping the blood supply stocked, or what? What's your take on this?
So we could be doing better. So right now, about 1 out of every 60 Canadians donates blood, whereas in reality, 1 out of every 2 is in fact eligible. So that's less than 4% of our Canadian population who are eligible to donate are in fact donating. Also, 1 out of every 2 Canadians will either need blood themselves or know somebody who needs blood. So the need is constant, it's out there, and we need new donors in our donor centers.
Wow. Now, what's the best way that you found as an organization to do outreach? How are you managing to let people know that there is a need for blood, it's a constant need, and that if you haven't given, to give it a try? Do you have any campaigns on the go, or what?
Yeah, so actually we launched a great campaign in April. It's called the Reasons Campaign. So this campaign really focuses on the reasons why people donate blood. So the number one reason why people don't donate blood that I hear out when I go out in the community is in fact because they were never asked. So this this campaign is asking people to share the reasons with everybody why they donate, why they feel it's important, to help encourage people who, you know, maybe weren't thinking about it, or maybe were thinking about it and weren't too sure, just to encourage them to roll up their sleeves and join Canada's Lifeline.
And how long a time commitment is it when you donate blood? How long are you sitting there hooked up to the bag?
So the whole process from start to finish, so the moment you walk through the door, lasts about 45 minutes to an hour. So we ask you some general questions about your health. We want to make sure that you're safe to donate, and when you donate that it's safe to take from you. Then you're going to talk to a nurse about those questions. So if any red flags were raised during that initial screening process, then those are going to be answered right away. Then you're only on the beds for anywhere from 5, 10, 15 minutes the most, donating blood. And you donate about a pint's worth of blood, so about 280 milliliters of blood.
And that's replaced in your body in how quickly a period of time?
So new donors, males can donate every 56 days and females can donate every 84 days. We just want to make sure that your body takes enough time to, sustain itself and get all that blood that you just donated back.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that the donors are safe.
It comes back pretty quickly though, doesn't it? I mean, your blood supply regenerates pretty quickly. Is that true?
I believe so.
I think so too.
I don't know.
I mean, how long do they let you normally, like, they allow you to sit a little bit and rest a little bit and have a little juice or something afterwards, right? How long is the rest period after?
So we ask that you wait about 10 minutes after your donation. So like I said, the whole donation process is anywhere from 45 to an hour of your time. But the majority of that time is actually just answering general questions about your health. And then, yeah, of course, enjoying all the cookies that we have and snacks. Now we're even giving people some salty snacks before their donation because we're just noticing that it's helping with a better donation process.
No kidding.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
You get treated really great when you come to the donor center.
And you can feel good about what you're doing for somebody else. I mean, if you think about it, as you say, 50 donors for 1 accident victim. I mean, that's...
Right. Yeah, it's incredible how much blood is actually needed in the community. And like I said, like 1 out of every 2 individuals will either need blood themselves or know somebody who needs blood. So just really encourage people to talk to one another, see how the need for blood has impacted their lives. And if you're kind of sitting on the fence, I would encourage you to talk to somebody who's donated before and ask them about their experiences and encourage them to actually go onto Canadian Blood Services website or blood.ca and join the Reasons campaign.
So blood.ca is the website. The campaign is there.
Yeah.
Is that? Go ahead, Jenny.
Sorry. I was going to say on blood.ca too, we have lots of resources. So if you're unsure about your eligibility, or you have maybe questions about, maybe you've traveled in the last year and you're not sure if you're eligible to donate blood, we've got tons of answers on there. So we have what's called the ABCs of eligibility. Yeah. Or you can give us a call at 1-888-2-DONATE. We always have staff available to answer questions that you might have concerning your eligibility.
Is blood.ca also a website where we can find out where clinics are happening?
Absolutely. So you can find the nearest donor center on blood.ca. Like I said, you could go there and answer questions about your eligibility. And maybe you're an organization too that wants to be involved with your community. We have a program, it's called Partners for Life. So we do partner with a lot of organizations across Canada to help us advocate for the need for blood in the communities.
Excellent. Now, as far as Sault Ste. Marie goes, I believe we recently had a clinic, so we're not due for another one. Did you mention one in July? I think you might have said July. Do you have that information?
I don't have it right on me.
But you sent it to me. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up myself because you sent it to me. And when I'll let our viewers know when we come back from this what the dates are for our blood donor clinics, because you did give me that information, which I appreciate. And I appreciate your time today.
Oh, thank you so much.
You got a great energy about you. You make it sound like blood donating is like fun and easy.
Oh yes, it is. It is so easy. It's just your time. Really, right?
It really is, and it could save a life. It could save a life, eh?
It could save up to almost 3 lives, actually, with one donation. So you can help many individuals because we do separate the components of blood. So one donation can save up or help up to many people. Yeah, many people can be helped by one donation.
You're full of information. You're great at your job.
Look at that.
Hey, Jenny, thanks again for your time. And if you're ever in Sault Ste. Marie, stop by the studio. Come by for an in-person visit. I'd love to have you on air again.
I will for sure. Thank you so much for the invitation.
All right. And happy National Blood Donor Week and a happy World Blood Donor Day, everybody. Jenny Fortin from Sudbury from Canadian Blood Services. We'll be back right after this.
Housed in a 15,000 square foot custom manufacturing facility built to produce world-class cabinetry at surprisingly affordable prices, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry brings your project from initial concept to final design. Proudly providing Northern Michigan and the Algoma region with quality hand-built cabinetry for the past 20 years. Located at 844 East 3 Mile Road, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry, making your cabinetry dreams come true. With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
With 3 brands to choose from Kawasaki, Suzuki, and CF Moto, visit one of our 4 showrooms today and speak with our knowledgeable, friendly, and enthusiastic staff who will be happy to help you with all of your motorsports needs.
Enjoy life, enjoy the ride, Bud Robinson Motorsports.
so we're gearing up for Father's Day this weekend. So in honor of all the dads, I have another dad joke for you. This one courtesy of Kevin, another one from our master controller, Kevin, who is a dad. Here's the joke. I bought these shoes from a drug dealer. I have no idea what he laced them with, but I've been tripping all day. Okay, Michael missed the drum beat and the thing. How? Michael! Terrible. I'll give you one more chance, Michael. Stand by.
Are you ready?
Don't say hold on, Michael. Be ready. Here we go. I walked into a restaurant. The greeter said, "Do you have a reservation?" I said, "I have a few, but I came anyway." All right, what do you got?
You're done now, right?
What do you got? Well, I got one more for the... What?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Remember him?
Before we talk about him, we want to say a huge thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the morning show with Luann and Jim. Such a wise investment. Cuba Gooding Jr. seriously was so shocking.
What was the big movie, him and Tom Cruise? Show me the money.
Show me the money! Yeah. He was charged with forcibly touching an alleged victim.
What?
And he gave himself up to police in Manhattan yesterday.
What?
Now, his team is saying they watched the video, and as far as they're concerned, there's no groping. But apparently the woman is saying he aggressively groped her. So... But you know what? I have to say, I was kind of shocked. But then when I saw him like walking, with the handcuffs and everything, and he was kind of like a little bit smirky.
A little smirky?
I was like, you know what? Look a little bit more humble. You might, gain a couple of extra fans. I'm just saying.
He hasn't done much lately.
No, he hasn't. He tried something, I forget what it was. So there you go.
Okay, you want to hear the rest of my Taylor Swift story?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, remember all the fashions from that, whatever that thing was?
Yes,
the happy song, the Pastelli thing? Okay, so apparently, and then she wore a pair of shoes at Wango Tango, because she just performed at Wango Tango like on early June 4th or something.
That sounds like it could hurt.
Wango Tango? It was like a concert, right? So, anyway, when she releases her new album, Lover, on August the 23rd, they're also releasing a clothing line to go along with the album. Stella McCartney, designer.
What?
Yeah, you know the designer Stella McCartney.
Yeah.
She's created a clothing line to go along.
Like that?
This whole color pattern, all these pastels and rainbows and these yellows and things. So there's a pair of shoes apparently that she wore. They're called Eclipse sneakers, I believe, by Stella McCartney. She wore them at Wango Tango, and they will retail for $492. So, you Taylor Swift fans, start saving up your piggy bank money, because we know how smart you all are. That she had to tell.
That she said.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, not that you said.
I should stop dissing Taylor Swift.
Stop dissing her, man. The Tay-Tay fans are out there are going to get mad at you.
Anyway, $492 for a pair of shoes. Her cats, by the way. Taylor's cats travel in Stella McCartney pet carriers, valued at $2,000.
Can I be a cat?
Can I be Taylor Swift? I could write bad lyrics, sing poorly, and wear rainbow colors. Like nobody else I know.
Like nobody else I know.
Now where's the rim shot?
So you know what? You know that picture we saw of her with
the rainbow flail fluff?
Yeah, with the whole outfit on?
Yeah.
That's not necessarily what is for sale, right?
No.
Okay.
It's just a line of clothing inspired by her album, Lover, and it's being released.
And Stella McCartney's like an awesome designer, so I'm kind of curious to see. Because the colors are beautiful. They're very pretty. They're pastel-y.
Do I have time to do this one?
Do it.
This is so much fun, you guys. Okay, so today in history, in 1923, the recording of the first country music hit was released. The song was called The Little Old Log Cabin in the Lane.
Of course it is.
We listened to it. Okay, so the guy sings about both his tractor and his wife.
It wasn't a video because he's not with us anymore.
It was 1923. Little Old Red Log Cabin in the Lane. His tractor and his wife both died and were buried side by side. Or they're sitting side by side. His creek dried up. His fence is decayed. His roof is falling in. But the good news is his dog is still alive and neither of them will have to live much longer. Happy. And Kevin says, if you play that song backwards, he gets everything back again. That's country and western music, folks.
That's country and western.
My dog's still alive, but my wife died.
I have to say, there's a reference to the color of a person's skin in that song. That is so bad.
The young people listening to it went, is that what they
used to call them?
In those days? It's
Yeah,
quite the
not
lyric.
good. Yeah.
Anyway, no. Okay, one more. Here you go. What do you call it when you run over a bird with a lawnmower?
Don't know.
Shredded tweet. Listen, it's the library. No, the news is next.
The news is
Then
next.
I have Meredith Bone from the Public Library talking about summer programming and Fur and Feathers Friday.
Stay tuned.
And you are out for your
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
Sault Ste. Marie has been chosen as one of 11 cities for the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot. Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein says the communities the federal government is choosing for the new program will gain new workers and citizens that are badly needed to boost dwindling economies. This morning, Hussein announced the communities chosen for the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot. It's a program that will give rural employers the ability to directly select immigrants to hire in their businesses, and will also give immigrants the ability to choose one of these 11 communities to make their permanent residence. By taking the decisions on matching immigrants to employers and communities out of Ottawa's hands, rural and northern areas struggling with population declines and worker shortages hope to find newcomers who want to come and stay. Other selected communities in the north include Thunder Bay, Sudbury, Timmins, and North Bay, Gretna, Rhineland, Altona, Cooley, and Brandon in Manitoba, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Claresholm, Alberta, and West Kootenay and Vernon, BC were also chosen. Community Living Algoma celebrated 65 years last evening with their annual general meeting and awards dinner. Awards included the Community Partner Award, Champion of Inclusion, Volunteer of the Year, and new this year, the Community Media Recognition Award, which was won by our very own ONNTV's Garrett Masters for his CLA documentaries. ONNtv spoke to both Masters and CLA Executive Director John Politicchio.
This year we found the process a little more difficult because there were many recipients that could be honored and respected, and in discussions with the board we decided we would present multiple awards to all the parties over this past year that helped us move forward our mission, our vision, and our values. Very powerful. One of the things that our organization, again, being around for 65 years, we lose our history, and I think these documentaries are going to be valuable to retain the history for our current use as well as for future viewing. I always find looking at the videos gives me an opportunity to reflect. There's lots of challenges with the work we do.
It feels fantastic to kind of come up here and accept an award for something that you worked really hard on, but also something that means so much to the people within the community and means so much to the people who helped bring this to reality for all the peoples involved. Dwayne and Kevin both had a lot of people in their lives kind of pushing for them to get to where they're at, and it's really nice to know that they made it, and it was great to kind of be able to step into the lives of the people that made that a possibility for them. And to get that story out into the community feels fantastic, so it's really nice.
Thousands of fans gathered at Jurassic Park outside Scotiabank Arena in Toronto and cheered on the Raptors, who won their first NBA championship last night. The Raptors defeated the two-time defending champion Golden State Warriors 114-110 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. The game was played in Oakland, California, and it's the first NBA championship for a team that plays outside the United States. Environment Minister Catherine McKenna told reporters yesterday the federal government would not raise the carbon tax after 2022. She was responding to a report from Parliament's budgetary watchdog that said an additional levy on carbon would be required for Canada to meet its Paris Agreement emissions targets.
The plan is not to increase the price post-2022. We are doing exactly what we said we do, what we negotiated with provinces and territories in 2016. 2016, we spent a whole year negotiating with provinces and territories, including a price on pollution, but also a whole range of other measures. But let's be clear, we're committed to meeting our target. I think the biggest question is what we're going to see from the Conservative politicians, because we know that they deny the science behind climate change, including the link, very clear link between extreme weather and climate change.
Michigan prosecutors have dropped all criminal charges against 8 people involved in the Flint water crisis, more than 3 years after investigators began examining what left the city's water system tainted with lead. Activist Melissa Mays told the Associated Press that the change in investigators was what residents had feared. Mays said the dropping of the charges was another instance of, we're going to make these decisions about you without you. And that's how the Flint water crisis started.
In the meantime, who knows what's going to happen? And you don't know what life is like without hope. And when you're living in the middle of a crisis, you still can't safely use your water. People are still getting sick and dying around you. And then what little scrap of hope you have, someone just yanked away just because, and they don't feel the need to tell you about it in advance. It's a little hard to swallow, like our water.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night.
Alive!
Welcome to the Machine Shop, our historic venue and gathering place for friends and family. Built in 1899 on the site of a Northwest Company trading post. Today we are a go-to venue hosting many expos, concerts, weddings, and more. While you're here, choose one of our dining experiences. Enjoy a quiet dinner at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar, watch a game and try wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room, or treat yourself every day to gelato and local coffee at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop, visit machineshopinc.ca.
My name is Clement. I am 17. I do have a little brother. He is 5 years younger than me, and despite the fact that we're both blind, we're just normal kids. Sibling rivalries and fights and arguments. Sometimes we play games together, yeah. I find most people tend to have this perception of blindness as a huge physical handicap.
Incoming!
Which it isn't.
CNIB, Seeing Beyond Vision Loss.
I love women. I love older women, professional women, stay-at-home moms. I love how women put the family first. I love how you're so concerned that I'll get to your husband. You have no idea that I'm coming after you.
Make death wait. Please donate to fund life-giving research, because heart disease and stroke is the #1 killer of women.
We got the blue memo.
We did it.
Meredith Bone, ladies and gentlemen, from the Public Library.
Hello.
You're from the James L. McIntyre Centennial Branch.
It's a bit of a mouthful, but I'm proud to be from there.
I don't blame you. I actually knew Mr. McIntyre. He was a dear family friend.
Oh, I would have loved to meet him.
Yes.
What a legacy he's left.
Absolutely. The library, what a legacy.
For sure.
67? I think that's the centennial year,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. So how long have you been there, Meredith?
I've been there about 10 and a half years.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Have you always been in the children's section?
Most of that time. Started out in the circulation department. So
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And would you say that libraries are different from what you remember as a child too, or is it pretty much the same? I'm from a different generation than you are. I'm a lot older than you are.
Yeah, well, definitely the push for reading and literacy and fun for kids is there.
Still there.
Still there,
always
for
was.
sure. But we've integrated, I think, a lot more. Of course, technology has brought a bunch of things in.
With all the computers and the...
We've just got a lot more hands-on things for kids to do in the library.
I feel like the library has really become more of a community hub.
Yes, definitely. I think people really are using it like that. No. We don't do that.
I know.
Yeah,
it's,
for sure.
And there's so many. I mean, you do things for adults now that are trivia nights and wine and
we
beer
just had our
tasting
Boomers and Beyond event for our 55-plus crowd. That was amazing.
And so for the youth, the programming for kids this summer is out of this world.
We've got a lot going on.
Let's launch right into it.
For sure, yeah.
Should we start with the reading club?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, this is a great thing for kids. They work at their own pace, but they're a member of a club. Go ahead, you tell.
Okay, so we have a wonderful little bag of goodies that we have to give out for our kids this summer.
Loot bag.
We do. We have a loot bag. It's got some ways to keep track of what you're reading. There are different achievements you can work towards. We have a wall of fame. I brought Tim a little example of one of our
club. Is it TD?
Oh yeah, my gosh, yes. I should mention TD is the sponsor, and they provide us with everything. So
we just had Angie. I think DeGaspero was in yesterday from TD. They do a lot in the community.
They do, and they support literacy so much.
So this is what I get. I didn't really earn this yet.
Yes.
But if I were a young child with parents doing picture books.
Yeah. If you read 100 books.
If my parents and I read 100 picture books, I would get this to hang on the wall of fame. Or if I'm an independent reader.
25 books is our top one.
25 books, I would get this. And this goes on the wall of the library.
The Wall of Fame,
Wall of Fame.
So there are 10 different challenges, and that's kind of our top one.
I asked Meredith, I said, do you think I'm looking at a sunrise or a sunset? And you said,
well, sunset.
Sunset, because I've reached my goal.
Reached your goal, yes.
I love it. And not only do I get this on the Wall of Fame, I get entered into
a prize basket draw.
A draw for
a ballot for each one. Yeah, each achievement.
Each milestone, I get a ballot.
Yeah, you get a ballot. Increase your chances.
And the prize basket is like...
Oh, we've got books, we've got posters, we've got a bunch of goodies that have been given to us. So we're,
Fun. So it really just motivates kids. Oh, and there's a wrap-up party.
There is.
The club has a wrap-up party.
It does. So at the end of August, and you'll find all this info on our website, we are having Science North come in, and they are doing...
To the library.
To the library, yeah. And they're doing an interactive session with stations. Stellar Science is what it's called.
Science.
Yep. And they're also doing a science show for us in that last half hour called Seasons of Change. It's going to be so exciting. And all free. All free.
And that's the thing. With the public library for children.
Yeah.
All free. You get your library card free. All these things are free.
Yeah.
And even if, for instance, St. Joe Island or Prince Township, areas that don't necessarily, if you're an adult and you don't live within the city of Sault Ste. Marie and you want to use the public library, there is a small charge for your membership. Only if you live outside of the city limits, right?
Yeah.
But children, no charge ever. You could come from Echo Bay. You could come from
Sault, Michigan.
Sault, Michigan. And you can use the library. If you're a child, no charge.
Free.
And all of these things are free. So that's the reading club?
So that's the reading club. And then tied in with that as well, we have some weekly programs that are going to be running for ages 4 to 8. They're called Intrepid Explorers. And so each week, there's something that you have to register for. Come to the library.
Register, but no fee.
But no fee, no. And
you need to know supplies. That's why you have to register. You need to know for quantities for your supplies.
Yes, for sure.
Right?
And so there's going to be crafts, games, a little story time, of course. We always work that in. And some take-home activities that they can do. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it. There are some sessions in English. We have one en français as well. And our Cora library is going to be running for our Intrepid Explorers. They're going to have a drop-in. And it's going to be every week, and it'll be incorporating our build boxes.
Northern Community Center.
At the Northern Community Center.
That's the Cora branch, which is right beside the McMeekin and Cora High School, right? And it's a beautiful... If you haven't been to that library, it is very modern feeling. It's very sleek and lots of windows, and it's so bright
lovely.
And airy.
Yeah.
It's a great building, great facility.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so the days for the Intrepid Explorers.
Okay, so they are going to be running on Tuesdays, and all of the dates are on our website and on our Facebook page. Our French one will be running on a Thursday. I believe it's July 11th for that one.
And 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning, is that correct?
Yeah, and parents or grandparents, whoever's bringing, doesn't have to be in the room with them, just on library property, so you can go read a magazine, enjoy a coffee.
You can sit outside in the sunshine. As you said, go upstairs, have a magazine and a coffee. The thing is, it's legally you need to be in the building or on the site with your child. So it's not like you can drop your child off and just go away for an hour. You need to actually be there. You can stay with your child, or you can go elsewhere in the library and enjoy the facility.
Get yourself something to read.
Go online even and
for sure.
Do some emails or catch up on correspondence.
Oh, I should tell you. I forgot to mention this for our age 9 to 13.
Oh, you didn't tell me about this before.
No, I totally forgot.
Okay,
Sorry.
good. What is it?
So we have within the library, there's a digital creator space that runs, which is totally amazing. And they are going to be offering our age 9 to 13 program. Because we've just had a switch over in staff there, we don't have a concrete schedule schedule yet, but we're just asking for age 9 to 13 and parents, just watch that space. Basically, watch their Facebook page. All that info
Watch
is
the
on
website.
there, on our website. We're definitely going to have
Programming
some
is in the
really
works for
awesome.
grade
Oh
9
yeah,
for-
and
for-
we
for-
will
for
for
age 9
sure.
to 13.
Yeah. And we've tried to in the past couple of years, we tried to focus on kind of something techie or digital that they can do. We had a really cool program last year called Shutterbugs, which was all digital photography.
Oh.
So that's just an example of some of the things that we'll probably be doing. So yeah.
And now let's talk registration. Was it June the 20th?
June 20th, yes.
That's for the Reading Club.
For Reading Club and for those Intrepid Explorers programs, yes.
To register
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Now the Reading Club, you can go all summer long.
Yeah,
You can
anytime,
register
anytime.
because you're reading at your own pace.
And there's no limit really as to how many people can be part of the Reading Club.
Absolutely.
So-
But for the Intrepid Explorers, we do need some numbers.
We do,
So that's
for
why
sure.
we ask that you register.
Yep.
Okay, so the library hours over the summer, what are those, Meredith?
Well, that's a very good
Is that a
question,
good question?
Tim.
When do you work?
They do change. So we are closed on Sundays in the summer. I believe Mondays we're open till 8 o'clock, Tuesday to Thursday till 6, Friday, Saturday 5.
Sorry to
So
put
it's
you on
all
the
over the
spot
place.
with that,
No,
but
that's
and it's
that's
easy
all
to
right.
find on the
And-
website.
Yes, and Coras are different as well. So just check the website to make sure.
What is your website?
SSMPL.ca.
SSMPL, PL for Public Library.
Library, yeah.
SSMPL.ca.
Easy, yeah.
Okay, and now just for Father's Day before we say goodbye.
Okay.
Meredith and I have a Father's Day joke for you.
Okay.
What do you call them? Dad jokes, right?
Dad joke, yeah.
Meredith and I have been reading a book on anti-gravity.
It's impossible to put down.
Meredith, it's always nice to see you. Give my best to my friend Helena Hopalainen.
Will do.
And to Matthew as well. Is he still like the head honcho there for now?
For
Good
sure.
for Matthew. The library guys, they're so involved in the community.
Yes.
You're just amazing. What
Thank
you do with the youth and for all of us as a community hub, it's a great place to go. Check out the library website. There's something for everybody going on at the Public Library in Sault Ste. Marie. Have a great weekend, Meredith,
you.
and we'll see you the next time. And we'll be back
Sounds
with
good.
Luann.
Thanks a lot.
Right, we'll be back with Luann. Oh, and with pets. It's Fun Feathers Friday right after this.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
Imagine knowing about incidents, closures, and roadwork all before starting your trip. Ontario 511 lets you know before you go. You can get real-time information directly from the Ministry of Transportation, because the more you know, the easier it is for you to go. And spend the time doing the things that matter most.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim and Laura.
Good morning.
Hi, Laura from the Humane Society. It's Fur and Feathers Friday, and we've got some fur going on today.
We do.
This is who?
This is Maximus. We call him Max.
Maximus. Was that his real name?
Yes, it was.
That was you were given the name Maximus.
He knows it too.
Maximus. Max. What's Max's story? How old?
Max is about 5 years old.
Okay.
He's a neutered, declawed male.
Oh, he's had all that done already.
Yep, when he came in.
Declawed, so he's great for indoors.
Yep, and he's good with other cats.
Is he?
Yep. I let him loose with in the bed because we've had him for so long.
How long? Oh, you've had him for a while.
A few months, yeah.
Because he needed some treatment.
Yeah, he has like an ongoing little eye issue.
What?
So.
What is droopy? What do you call that thing that he has?
It's his inner eyelid, and it was really red and inflamed. It was a really severe case of conjunctivitis.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and it was severe. He could barely open his eyes.
Cats with conjunctivitis?
Yeah.
Max, how did you get conjunctivitis? You silly.
And then he ended up, of course, getting the upper respiratory infection, which kind of flared up his eyes. And so we had to treat him for that then.
So his lungs got infected too?
Yeah.
His whole system got, what do you call that? Affected by
Yeah, he got lots of secondary infections.
Buddy. But listen, so, as the Humane Society does, they took Max in their care because the owners surrendered because they couldn't handle the eye issue.
Yeah, it was an ongoing eye issue for them.
There's just a really slight, I don't think you folks could even see it. It's so slight right now. It's just like the inside of his eyelid is a little droopy coming out from underneath the exterior.
Cats have 3 eyelids.
What?
So they have the upper, the lower, and then they have an inside one that shields the eye.
Does it close for like things like when they're fighting or when it's windy or like things, so things don't get in it?
Extra protection.
Can they see through it?
It's kind of clear, so maybe slightly.
They have 3 eyelids.
They do.
So you had droopies.
Yeah, so
but they're hardly any droopy left at all.
They're still slightly droopy, so I mean we want to get them one more checkup just to make sure it's not. Like it could just be permanent kind of.
That little bit of droopiness is going to never go away. There's a chance.
There is a chance, and it's possible that he is susceptible, especially if he's going to be outdoors or any allergies.
To other infections.
Yeah, so he'd be one to keep like just indoors and quiet.
Well, he's declawed. Keep him indoors.
Absolutely.
Why not? And no, you know what? That little eyelid thing is so not even. Max, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't make you any less beautiful or handsome. He's a fellow.
Yes.
About 5 years old, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not quite ready for adoption yet. I still want
to get him one more eye checkup because we just remedicated again because it was a little bit more inflamed. So he's done his medication now, so probably get another eye checkup next week, and then he'll go up if everything's clear.
So there you go. His adoption fee would be $90?
Nope, his adoption fee would be $50.
Why so cheap?
Because he's already neutered. We didn't have to put that cost out.
Oh, Max. Do you understand what a bargain you are?
Yeah, he's a bargain.
$50 and you come all healed and fixed up? My goodness. Okay, so how do we go find Max? How do we adopt Max? What is the process? Tell me again, just briefly, what a person goes through when they come into the Humane Society and they want to adopt a pet. They find a pet they like. What's the process?
It's a slightly different process between cats and dogs, but for cats, it's a same-day adoption as long as the animal's already fixed.
Same-day adoption as long as they're fixed?
Yes, we do. It's a pretty big questionnaire. We make sure that what they're looking at matches the answers to the questionnaire, so lifestyle, things like that, like as far as behaviors as well.
There's a bit of an interview with the.
There is, yeah. There's like what you're looking for as far as like personality-wise in the animal, what your home's like. So we match because we learn them pretty good, especially when they're in our care for this amount of time.
Whenever you bring an animal in, you have a connection to it. You've always got a story, and you know what the temperament is. You generally know how it gets along with other animals. You know what its needs are. You know its personality.
Yeah, even though
you guys are amazing.
We're pretty full, but we spend a tremendous amount of time with each of the animals in our care to get to know them, so that we can make those good fits.
Right.
And make the one adoption their forever home, so that so they don't come back.
So as long as the animal is ready to go, which means neutered, spayed, whatever, and is disease free and all healed up, it can go same day if it's a cat.
If it's a cat, yeah.
Right. Dogs don't do same day adoptions even if they're neutered?
Not.
No.
We take applications and we usually screen for about a week or so, and then based on the applications, and it's kind of hard because there's only one dog, and there can be dozens of people interested.
In one dog.
And it's not it's nothing personal if we don't select you with the dog applications. It really just comes down to the absolute best fit for the dog.
Okay.
We changed the process about a year ago to stop the same day dog adoptions, and our return rate's gone down to almost 0.
Really?
Yes.
That makes a big difference.
Huge.
People aren't bringing the dogs back. Hey, Luann, welcome back. So this is Maximus.
Did you see them both?
No, I wasn't in the room. I heard she opened the...
Oh my gosh, he went so fast.
When she brought him in here, he didn't really want to come out.
No.
Yeah, that's why I had to carry the cage in.
Yeah, one or the other, right?
Hey, we're down to 1 minute before we have to say goodbye, Laura.
Oh.
Hey, I have a joke for you.
Okay.
I have a dad joke.
Oh, he's still doing that, is he?
Well, yeah, this is the last one, and it's in honor of Fur and Feathers Friday and the Humane Society. Laura, did you know there's a breed of dog that gets sad if you feed it cantaloupe?
I don't.
Yeah, it's a melancholy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thanks for being here as always.
My pleasure.
Jokes.
Check out what they have at the Humane
Thank
Society.
God it's only once a year.
They don't have a lot of cats right now, thank goodness. You had a pretty good year.
Yep, so far.
Stop in and visit Laura
beautiful.
and visit Max and adopt Max. And could somebody please adopt Luann also?
Get me out of his hair.
She needs a good home.
Have a great weekend.
Have a
Thanks so much
fantastic
for
weekend.
watching.
We'll see you Monday on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Bye.
Thank you.